Hey guys, welcome back to Quinto 5, the channel where we cut through the BS and get real about what it takes to win in life and love. We're all about giving you the insights you need, without the sugarcoating. No games, no tricks, just straight up advice to help you become the strongest, most attractive version of yourself. Today we're diving deep into a topic that keeps a lot of guys up at night. Top 5 subtle signs she's losing interest before she walks away. Because let's face it, most guys miss the early warning signs. They miss those whispers before the bomb drops, and by then, it's often too late to salvage things. So if you felt that shift, that distance creeping in, but can't quite put your finger on it, trust me, this one's for you. Remember those long, late-night talks that seemed to flow effortlessly, when you'd laugh, connect, and feel like time was standing still? You couldn't wait to hear what she had to say, and she hung on your every word. But lately, something's different. Conversations feel strained, like pushing a boulder uphill. Her replies are short, clipped, almost like she's doing you a favor by responding at all. And I know what you're thinking. Maybe she's just tired, she's stressed, it's probably work. Look, everyone gets busy, everyone gets stressed, but here's the thing. When a woman is invested, truly invested in you, she makes time, she makes an effort, even when life gets crazy. She's present, engaged, and genuinely interested in what you have to say. So when the energy shifts, when her words feel loaded with indifference, don't brush it off. Pay attention. It's not just about her being tired, it's about her no longer feeling emotionally pulled into your world. And when conversation dies, connection usually follows. Think back to when you first started dating. Remember how she used to be completely present when you were together? Her phone would be tucked away, her eyes locked on yours like you were the only two people in the room. She was captivated by you. But now it's like her phone is an extension of her hand. She's constantly scrolling, texting, lost in that digital world, even when you're trying to have a conversation, share a meal, or just enjoy each other's company. And look, we all spend too much time on our phones, I get it. But this isn't about screen time, it's about priority. When a woman consistently chooses her phone over you, it's a clear sign that her priorities have shifted. It means she's finding more stimulation, more excitement, more connection in that digital world than in the man sitting right in front of her. And that's a red flag you can't afford to ignore. Chapter 3. Physical intimacy is fading. This one can be tough to talk about, but it's crucial. Physical intimacy. It's the language of passion, of connection, of desire. It's how we communicate on a deeper level, without words. And when that starts to fade, it's a sign that something is deeply wrong. It might start subtly. Maybe there's less hand-holding, fewer spontaneous kisses, her touch feels more routine than electric. Sex becomes less frequent, less passionate, and you might brush it off, tell yourself it's just a phase, that she's stressed, tired, not in the mood. But here's the truth. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, both physically and emotionally, she craves that intimacy. She wants to be close to you, to feel your touch, to lose herself in those moments of connection. So, if intimacy is becoming rare, or worse, feeling forced or robotic, it's time to take a hard look at the state of your relationship. Because often, it's not about stress or being busy. It means she's emotionally detaching, and the physical disconnect is just a symptom of a much deeper issue. Chapter 4. She doesn't argue anymore. Now, at first glance, this one might sound counterintuitive. You might even be thinking, less arguing? That's a good thing, right? And yeah, on the surface it might seem like a relief, no more drama, no more heated debates. But here's the thing, silence isn't always peaceful. In fact, sometimes it's the loudest sign that things are falling apart. Think about it. When you're truly invested in a relationship, you care enough to fight for it. You argue because you want things to be better, because you're passionate about making it work. But when a woman stops arguing, it's often because she's stopped caring. She's no longer invested in fixing the relationship, in addressing the issues and meeting you halfway. She's checked out emotionally, and that silence, that lack of effort, speaks volumes. It's a deafening signal that she's no longer fighting for the relationship, and that's a tough pill to swallow. Chapter 5. She stops asking about your life. This is perhaps the most subtle sign on this list, but it cuts just as deep. Think about it. When you're excited about someone, when you genuinely care about them, you're naturally curious about their life, their thoughts, their dreams. You want to know what they're going through, what makes them tick, what brings them joy. But when that curiosity fades, it's a sign that the emotional connection is weakening. When she no longer asks about your day, your goals, your passions, it means she's no longer emotionally invested in your world. She's stopped trying to connect with you on a deeper level. This one can be especially painful because it's so subtle. It's not a grand gesture, not a screaming match, it's the absence of something that was once so natural, so effortless. And that silence, that lack of interest, speaks volumes about where your relationship stands. Outro: don't wait for the storm to hit. Look, if you recognize these signs in your relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean it's over. But it does mean it's time to wake up and take action. It's time to have those uncomfortable conversations to address the elephant in the room. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to turn things around. But if you act quickly, if you're willing to put in the work, you might still be able to rekindle that spark, to rebuild that foundation of connection. And hey, even if things don't work out the way you hoped, at least you'll have clarity, you'll have closure, and you'll be able to move forward with your head held high. If this video hit home, do me a favor and smash that like button. Subscribe to Quinto 5 for more no-nonsense advice on dating, relationships, and becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, we don't chase women here, we level up as men. See you in the next top 5.